Welcome back. I am the Electrical Code Coach from electricalexamcoach.com. And this is lesson 5.1 in our video series. And in this exciting video, we're going to be learning all about section 120.82b and what's called the optional method. Now, it's not optional in the sense of like you could take it or leave it, but it's actually a second method for doing whole home load calculations. And once you see how easy it is, you're going to ask the question, why do we do the standard method at all? Let's get to it. Now, this is how we're going to do our optional method calculations. Step 1, it's still 2 VAs per square foot. Step 2, it's still 4,500 for the 2 small appliance and 1 laundry circuits. But in step 3, we're just going to take the nameplate of all the appliances. No multipliers, no tables. You literally just take whatever is on the electrical nameplate. And then we're going to apply one demand factor. So we total all those up. We don't do individual demand factors, and we just apply one demand factor to all of that portion above that line. Then we'll get our reduced load. After that, we just take the larger of our heating and cooling plus our reduced load, and we get our total calculated load. It really is that simple. We take our 2 VAs per square foot, 4,500 for the small appliance, nameplate of all appliances, apply one demand factor, do our larger of the heating and cooling, and then add that together with that reduced load, and we get our total calculated load. Let's go. The optional calculation that we're about to learn applies only to a single dwelling unit. The optional method for multifamily dwelling units is very similar, just uses a different table for the demand factors and a different ordering of when you apply those demand factors. I'm going to break the calculation down piece by piece just to make sure that we're thorough, and then we're going to do the whole home load calc. First, let's deal with our optional general demand. First, we're going to figure our general square foot VAs and our small appliance and laundry VAs. We calculate our general square foot, multiplied by 2. We add the 4,500 for the small appliance and laundry. We total those together, and we don't do anything at this point of the calculation. We just start writing our larger calculation over to the side. Now let's deal with our fixed appliances. How many VAs would you calculate for a single family dwelling that has the following appliances? A 4,200 VA main water heater, a 3,500 VA additional water heater for the basement, a 1,000 VA disposal, and an 1,100 VA dishwasher. Step 1, we're going to find our total connected load. We take the nameplate of all of these and it equals 9,800. Now we check for demand factors. Well, with the optional method, there are no demand factors yet, so we're just going to total it up and add it over here on our general calculation. How many VAs would you calculate for a 4,800 watt dryer using the optional method? Step 1, find our total connected load. Well, in this case, we just use the nameplate rating, no 5,000 minimum, none of that business. We check for demand factors, but there are none yet, and we select C. Great job. How many VAs would you calculate for a 15 kW range in a dwelling unit using the optional feeder and service calculation method? Step 1, find our total connected load. In this case, we just take the nameplate rating. Now we check for demand factors, and there are none yet at this portion. None of this business of figuring out how many you are past 12, doing all these multipliers, forget about it. Don't need any of that. We just total it up and we select D. Now let's learn how to apply the demand factor to what we've just calculated. When we get to 120.82b, it states that all of the loads under section B shall be added together and calculated at 100% of the first 8,000 VAs and at 40% of the remaining VAs. Very simple, just like we've done before. Let's imagine that we have 32,800 VAs of general lighting and appliances. Step 1, we're going to take and minus 8,000 right off the top. Step 2, we take whatever the remainder is and multiply it by 0.40. Then we take and add those two back together. When we take our original 8,000 plus our 9,920, that's going to equal 17,920 VAs. Now let's learn about our optional heating and cooling calculations. We're still going to select the larger of any of the heating and cooling, but we're going to head to 120.82 part C, and it's made up of 6 sections. And for whatever type of heating or cooling you're using, you're just going to use that prescription. They've got different multipliers. If you've got heat only, cooling only, heat pump, just take a moment, read it, and follow that prescription and select the larger of the two. Now we're ready to do our first optional method, whole house load calculation. What is the total VA demand you would calculate for a 2,400 square foot home with the following loads using the optional method? These are all of our loads. Let's take it one step at a time. For our general portion, we're just going to take our square feet multiplied by 2, and that equals 4,800. Then we add that together with our 4,500, and we get our total of 9,300. Now you just take and write that down on your paper and get ready for the next part. Thankfully, with the appliances, it's very simple. We just take the nameplate of them all. We take and total these all up, and we end up with 21,300. Now, let's go ahead and apply our demand factor. We total those two together. That gives us 30,600. We take our first 8,000 at 100%. Then we take the remainder and multiply it by 0.40. Then we take and total those two back together. And that gives us our total general and appliance load after demand factors. Now let's calculate our heating and cooling. For our heating or cooling, we're just going to select the larger of the two. We have our heat pump at 10 kW. We have our cooling at 18 amps at 240. We take and do a little bit of math and see that the heating is much larger. Remember, don't add any loads to anything that is not listed on this calculation. And we select the larger, no big deal. Now all we have to do is total these two together, and we get a total connected load of 27,040 VAs. And it really is that simple. You now know the full standard method and the full optional method. Great job. That's it for lesson 5.1. You can head over to electricalexamcoach.com to check out the flashcards, quizzes, and all of the features in the pro version. Let's get to it.